Section 1 of The Princess. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Elizabeth Klett. The Princess by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Prologue. Sir Walter Vivian, all a summer's day, gave his broad lawns until the set of sun up to the people. Thither flocked at noon his tenants, wife and child, and thither half the neighbouring borough with their institute, of which he was the patron. I was there from college, visiting the son a Walter too, with others of our set, 5 others. We were 7 at Vivian Place. And me that morning Walter showed the house, Greek, set with busts, from vases in the hall flowers of all heavens, and lovelier than their names, grew side by side, and on the pavement lay carved stones of the abbey ruin in the park, huge ammonites, and the first bones of time. And on the tables every clime and age jumbled together, Celts and Calumets, claymore and snowshoe, toys in lava, fans of sandal, amber, ancient rosaries, laborious orient ivory sphere in sphere, the cursed Malayan crease, and battle-clubs from the Isles of Palm. And higher on the walls, betwixt the monstrous horns of elk and deer, his own forefathers' arms and armour hung. And this, he said, was Hugh's at Agincourt, and that was old Sir Ralph's at Ascalon, a good knight he, we keep a chronicle with all about him. Which he brought, and I dived in a hoard of tales that dealt with knights, half legend, half historic, counts and kings who laid about them at their wills and died, and mixed with these a lady, one that armed her own fair head, and sallying through the gate had beat her foes with slaughter from her walls. O miracle of women, said the book, O noble heart, who, being straight besieged by this wild king to force her to his wish, nor bent, nor broke, nor shunned a soldier's death, but now when all was lost or seemed as lost, her stature more than mortal in the burst of sunrise, her arm lifted, eyes on fire, brake with a blast of trumpets from the gate, and falling on them like a thunderbolt, she trampled some beneath her horse's heels, and some were whelmed with missiles of the wall, and some were pushed with lances from the rock, and part were drowned within the whirling brook. O miracle of noble womanhood! So sang the gallant glorious chronicle. And I, all wrapt in this, "Come out," he said, "to the abbey. There is Aunt Elizabeth and sister Lilia with the rest." We went, I kept the book and had my finger in it, down through the park. Strange was the sight to me, for all the sloping pasture murmured, sown with happy faces and with holiday. There moved the multitude, 1,000 heads. The patient leaders of their institute taught them with facts. One reared a font of stone, and drew, from butts of water on the slope, the fountain of the moment, playing, now a twisted snake, and now a rain of pearls, or steep up spout whereon the gilded ball danced like a wisp. And somewhat lower down, a man with knobs and wires and vials fired a cannon. Echo answered in her sleep from hollow fields. And here were telescopes for azure views, and there a group of girls in circle waited, whom the electric shock dislinked with shrieks and laughter. Round the lake a little clockwork steamer paddling plied and shook the lilies. Perched about the knolls a dozen angry models jetted steam. A petty railway ran. A fire balloon rose gem-like up before the dusky groves, and dropped a fairy parachute and passed. And there through 20 posts of telegraph they flashed a saucy message to and fro between the mimic stations, so that sport went hand in hand with science. Otherwhere pure sport, a herd of boys with clamour bowled and stumped the wicket, babies rolled about like tumbled fruit in grass, and men and maids arranged
Sample complete. Ready to continue?